Hi, my name is Caspar from the German School of Journalism. I'm here at Berlin Policy Forum of the Körber Foundation. I'm joined by Professor Dr. Wang from Beijing University. He's the professor and director of the School for International Studies in the Northwest Asian Strategic Studies. So let's to start off. The topic of the panel was, or the central question was, is there a possibility for war in Asia in the near future?
You know, like I said in the panel, I think the title of the this panel actually is a bit of sensational, and I understand that because you want to draw the larger audience. The short answer to your question is that I think, you know, the probability of a conflict or war in Asia is not, completely non-existent, but I think it will be a remote one. There's a remote possibility that there will be a war. And the reason being that, first, we have achieved a very high and complex level of interdependence in East Asia, and even compare the interdependence we had in pre-World War I situation in Europe. There's not only quantitative difference but also qualitative difference. Therefore, nowadays in a globalized world in East Asia, the cost of disrupting that interdependence will be enormous, and therefore no leader actually really want a war. That being said, of course, many other people would argue that, well, oftentimes war happens regardless of the leader's intention. But I also wanted, in responding to that question, what I want to say that the international, I think, environment has changed in a way that really nowadays a much larger restraint on political leaders who wanted to wage war, resolving their differences. And even in terms of the international norms, that's not part of what the international norm would allow. So therefore, I would be sort of relatively or cautiously optimistic about this issue. I think, generally speaking, I don't think the likelihood is very high in East Asia. And also, very last point, we should not also lose sight of the bigger picture, which is that maybe there are, despite the press headlines, in fact, on a daily basis, most East Asian people, they are working very hard. They are trying to further promote further liberalizations of regional trade and investment, free trade, region-wide free trade agreement, and also regional economic integration. And this is exactly what all the leaders of APEC economies, when they are gathering in Beijing this week, what they are trying to work out. So we should not lose sight of that big picture. So actually, I would argue that for maybe 95% or even more percent of the time, people are not thinking about waging war in East Asia. People are thinking about how to bring more prosperity, how to grow economy, improve trade relations, etc.
Don't you're increasing the amount of money you put into weapons and defense. You're increasing that amount each year. Don't you fear to be perceived as some kind of imperial power by your neighbors, like the Philippines, like Japan, or even Russia?
Mm-hmm. You mean China, right? Chinese. Yeah. You're referring to Chinese military spending. Like I explained in the panel, I think we have to sort of. I understand many people have that concern. I think we have to put this into perspective. To begin with, I think China. We also have to look at another maybe more accurate and more important indicator, which is the percentage of military spending to GDP. If you look at that number, China is very consistently over the past decades spent at the 2% level. 2% of GDP, and that's about the same of the world average, which is 1.9%. So from that angle, I think there's nothing surprising or alarmist about the increase in the Chinese military spending, which to a great extent is because of China's economy growth so rapidly in the past decades, right? China's economy grow over 10%, and therefore Chinese military spending also grow annually over 10%, but that's in absolute terms. Like I just remind you, in the percentage to GDP, there's nothing to be sort of alarmed about. And also, not to mention that in terms of GDP per capita, China spends much less as compared to most of the countries in the world. So in that sense, I would take the attitude that we should be sort of take a more rational and realistic attitude toward this issue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.